few feathers there, too. The news at 5:30 begins with this. Now to a story we broke on the WUSA 9 mobile app. Major developments in our WUSA 9 series DC Police Stop and Frisk. The ACLU and others announced they are planning to sue DC Police if the department doesn't hand over comprehensive stop and frisk data. The move comes one day after the Special Assignment Unit exposed the police department is not collecting that data the way the law requires. The ACLU cited our ongoing reporting in its demand letter to DC government. Investigative reporter Eric Flack is here with today's developments. Eric?
Hey, Andrea. The Neighborhood Engagement Achieves Results, or NEAR Act, requires DC police to start collecting a lot more stop and frisk data than they are right now, so it can be studied for trends or possible targeting of black people in those stops. 2 years later, DC police still haven't compiled or complied with that part of the NEAR Act law, something that could soon land the department and the city in court.
This is law, and the Metropolitan Police Department is not above the law.
Wednesday, ACLU District of Columbia Executive Director Monica Hopkins sent this letter to Mayor Muriel Bowser, demanding records and data about stop and frisk by DC police, or the department's plan to finally start collecting that stop and frisk data required in the way the NEAR Act lays out. The 8-page letter, also signed by Stop Police Terror DC and Black Lives Matter DC, cites our 6-month Special Assignment Unit investigation, which found more than 80% of police stop and frisk from 2010 to 2016 involved a black person. The letter to the mayor also highlighted responses from DC police included in our follow-up investigation from last night. In that report, the department answering critical questions about when that stop and frisk data collection might finally begin. Stunningly, DC police told us an end date for the work to start collecting comprehensive stop and frisk data has not been confirmed, and that the $150,000 DC Council gave police to do just that has not been expended, meaning they haven't spent a dime of the money meant to pay for the new stop and frisk data collection system almost 2 years after the department received it.
It's a shell game of sorts of, does the data actually exist? If it does, where is it? And why can't you just lift up those shells and allow us to sort of see what's going on?
The ACLU's letter threatens legal action against DC police if the city can't produce the stop and frisk data required by the NEAR Act or show evidence the department is actively working on a system to collect it. If filed, that lawsuit would be meant to court order the department to start collecting that stop and frisk data the way it is required by the NEAR Act law. Andrea?
Thank you, Eric. And DC police would not agree to an interview with WUSA 9 about stop and frisk data collection required by the NEAR Act and why they weren't doing it. Instead, it emailed us answers to a series of questions we submitted in writing. Those responses can be seen in full on our website. And tonight at 11, community groups talk about the message they think police are sending by not complying with this part of the law.